Hey everybody, and welcome back to Droobz Vids, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Uravity Nendoroid. Finally unboxing the Uravity Nendoroid, Ochaco Uraraka. This is fantastic. This is from My Hero Academia. If you guys didn't know, Uravity is her hero's name, and this is the Heroes Edition. So we're going to be referring to her as Uravity in this video. As you can see here, they got some pretty cool looking accessories as well as poses that you could do with this particular Nendoroid. I really like that faceplate. That's pretty nice, as well as the helmet. So yeah, let's go ahead and open her up and check it out. And generally I tend to open these from the bottom just because, you know, I don't know, I'm just kind of particular with my boxes, but that's neither here nor there. And inside our box at the bottom we have our instruction manual, as always with every Nendoroid and Figma we pick up. And yeah, basically tells you how to put it together if you need some help. Well, you want to look at the English side if you speak English, but yeah, definitely good to have. So we'll put that to the side in case we need that later on. Getting into the Nendoroid here, let's go ahead and get this blister pack out and take a look at the inside. I don't think there's anything else, just kind of a pink hue in there, so not anything crazy, but you know, it definitely makes sense for her character as she does wear a pink costume. So yeah, let's go ahead and check out what we get in a blister pack. It doesn't seem like we get a whole lot in this particular Nendoroid, but that's okay because this character is awesome. So here we go. Inside the blister pack, doesn't look like we get much, like I was saying. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Yeah, that looks really nice. Definitely like the details on there. The paint is flawless as usual with Nendoroids. Really nice. Moving on to the next part here. Looks like we got a full head sculpt with the helmet on. So I guess the helmet is probably removable, I would think. We'll go ahead and explore that. But yeah, well, there you go. Okay, so the helmet is actually attached to the hairpiece like that there. So you could potentially put this on another face if you wanted to. So all we gotta do is just swap out the face, but I believe we need this head sculpt so the helmet does fit. So I'll probably be rocking that. That's pretty cool. Maybe not that faceplate. I think I just like maybe the happy one. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, that is pretty nice that we get an extra head sculpt there. And then we get this nice little action nameplate thing here that we could put behind her, like you guys saw on the box, and it says float. And that's awesome because it kind of has the feel of the manga comic there. Really cool. And you know, the My Hero stuff does have other things like this, like Deku has a Smash one, which is pretty nice. I think that's a cool little touch. If you guys didn't know a little bit about Uravity, she is a hero in training, wants to be a pro hero, and she could control gravity, make things heavier, make things lighter, hence the name Uravity and her name being Uraraka. So yeah, it kind of just makes sense. Pretty simple way of looking at it, but yeah, let's go ahead and get all this plastic off our figure so we can check it out. It looks like we got plastic underneath the head here, so unfortunately she's not going to make her debut as a pro hero because we're going to have to decapitate her. So here we go, and pull that off. And you know, as with all new Nendoroids or new figures in general, you want to be careful because you don't want to break anything. You do get an extra peg with it, but you know, that's the last thing you want to do is have to use up your extra peg in case you need it for something else. And it does look like she has some plastic covering her face, so we're going to remove that hair sculpt right here. Get that plastic off. So take a look at this head sculpt. This one is just the normal version without the helmet. Definitely cool. I do like this faceplate though, so we might go with this faceplate with the helmet maybe. I'm not too sure yet. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. And they put plastic in between the torso and the legs, so we're gonna have to pull that apart as well. Get that plastic off, so let's go ahead and do that. Hopefully not break anything. Gotta pull the legs off so we don't mess those up. That is good enough right there. Pull that plastic off. Now we are plastic free on our Nendoroid here, and I do like the fact that they do give you all the plastic on the actual Nendoroid itself to protect the paint in transit. You know, a lot of other figure companies don't necessarily do that, but it's really nice that they care about their product, and you know, they do cover it in plastic so that the paint does not get messed up, which is really nice. Then we're gonna go ahead and put the head back on there. Just checking her out in her base form, she actually looks really true to character. You know, she has her costume here, just has some open hands, and we do have different hand sculpts, and the sculpt on her face and hair look fantastic. It looks just like her in the anime and manga. Really nice. Definitely like this one. And as far as mobility goes, she doesn't have too much mobility. You know, you got full rotation on the head, you got at the thighs you can rotate, as well as the kneecaps and the elbows here. So keep that in mind if this is something you're looking at. And she does articulate at the shoulders too. Not the most posable Nendoroid we've had on the channel, but definitely a really cool one with a decent amount of posability. Let's go ahead and check out our last few accessories here, because we don't have too many this time, and I actually quite like this one. This is the handset where she is using her powers. Really dope. I actually really like this. I'll probably end up using this, you know, just for my display. I think those are really cool. I definitely like this pose here. It's pretty awesome. And there's like no flashing on the plastic in between. They just do a really good job. Good smile over there with Nendoroids. They do a fantastic job with how everything looks. This is great. I really do like this set of arms. And the last two things we have here are actually some balled up fists. And, you know, I'm probably not going to use these, but you know, they're pretty cool in case you do have a scenario as far as your display goes where you need her to have her fist balled up. So that's pretty cool. I don't know, maybe you could have her punching Deku or something with a happy face, because you know she's all about Deku. But yeah, these are pretty cool little fists to have. You know, parts like these are interchangeable on other Nendoroids, so you don't necessarily have to use these fists on Uraraka. You could actually use them on another Nendoroid if you wanted to. And of course, our last thing that we have, as always, is our little stand here. So we'll go ahead and get that out. Take a look at this real quick and probably hit up some poses. You know, I think I've been getting a little bit better at doing my poses with my figures. I don't know. I guess just, you know, practice, but wow, this thing is really taped up. Okay, there we go. So we have our Nendoroid stand that we get with all our other stands. Some stands are different for Nendoroids, but this is the basic stand here. And we have our little accessory peg. This will be for our little float thing right here. So that'll be pretty nice to use, because I'll be using that definitely. And then we have our figure stand. And oddly enough, you know, we generally get an extra peg for the head and stuff like that for the Nendoroids, but we didn't get one in this. And I believe that is because we actually have the peg already on here for the extra head sculpt. So, you know, I'm going to give them a pass on that. Not a big deal, because we still technically get the extra peg here, but it's just not in a separate little baggie like I'm used to seeing. Yeah, this is actually the first Nendoroid I got that had a full-on extra head sculpt, which is pretty awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and put some of the stuff together and hit you guys with some poses. So I'll see you in a minute.
I was meant to be an island, all alone, and I liked it. Now you made me forget. I pulled the plug so soon, I know I had to end it now. Lose control, it's not you.
So there you have it, folks. That was the Uravity Nendoroid, and wow, what can I say about this that I didn't? This thing is super cool. Yeah, I definitely think you got what you paid for on this one, especially if you pre-ordered it and got that pre-order price. Can't beat it. Should be able to find this for around $50 to $60 retail, and I think it's well worth the money. You get some really cool accessories. You get a full-on extra head sculpt, which is fantastic, and I think it's pretty awesome. And I hope you did as well. So that's going to wrap it up for this video, guys. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next video.
To keep you in my